Hi everyone, a happy Tuesday. Lisa and Lydia here with you. We're going to talk about widespread fog here in a minute, but first I want to remind you, of course, we're live every weekday morning here on Facebook. You can watch this news and weather update anytime though on your feed throughout the day on Facebook. You can find us on our YouTube Facebook page, on air from 5 to 7. Podcast, we make this into a podcast when we're done, so you can find that at inforum.com/podcast. Just look for the Inforum Minute. So before we get to some of our news headlines, really the big story of the morning is the fog.
Lots of fog out there. It is soupy, especially up north and then kind of the Devil's Lake Basin and then scooping down to the west, so back closer to about the Jamestown area. We have lots of fog. It's been up and down for some of us. Visibility less than a mile all morning in about the Grand Forks area. Now to include Devil's Lake and Jamestown's just joined that club too. Dense fog advisory continues until 9 o'clock in the morning. I'd expect this fog to be fairly stubborn. We don't have a great wind today, and we're slowly working on the sunrise. And so that'll help to kind of disperse some of the fog, evaporate it, help burn it off, if you will. So expect it to linger here for maybe the next couple of hours, and then probably some improvement a little bit closer to lunchtime. With that, temps are below freezing this morning. Watch out for slippery spots. Makes for beautiful frosted trees once the fog disperses and you get to see all that rime ice, but it's also freezing onto your road, so you have to watch out for slippery spots this morning. Rule of thumb, if you're driving through fog and it's sub-freezing, just take off the cruise control, just kind of slow things down a little bit. Similar to yesterday morning. So fog dispersing and then pretty much a beautiful day. I really think we would be bragging on how beautiful today will be if we didn't have 50s to come for Wednesday, Thursday, because with those 50s, that's kind of the focus and it makes the 30s seem not so great.
Right.
34, partly cloudy today, light wind, really not a bad day by December.
A nice December day.
Exactly, by December standards. But tomorrow and Thursday, we have sunshine and 50s, so that kind of takes the spotlight. Rightfully so.
Right.
Wheeler has an interesting weather talk today about how many times we've had the 50s in December on record. It's obviously not super rare, it happens, but it's rare enough that you kind of forget in between some of those times, and then it feels extra special when it does happen. So enjoy the 50s the next couple of days. That will come with some wind. Transition Thursday into Friday will bring us a chance at a little bit of rain, snow, light mix. Lots of question marks with that. It's one of those temperature transitions, and with temps going from the 50s to the 30s, what kind of precip do we see? What time? Maybe some slippery spots early Friday morning. Your weekend travel plans, though, should be good to go. Everything looks dry by then. And then we will be back down into the 30s for the weekend. So brief little warm up, and then our temperatures will start to plummet again.
Okay, but still 30s for the weekend.
Yeah, I mean, not a sharp nosedive. We're not going below zero, but it'll be a little bit cooler into the weekend. Our 50s will feel nicer the next couple of days. So
and no big snowstorm.
No big snowstorms. Yeah,
still
nothing super eventful on the 10-day forecast. No blizzards, no snowstorms.
Nice.
Yeah. Is it really December? This is
I'm
almost
not
like
sure.
an early November kind of forecast. So
very nice. I'll take it.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, today is the day. A special election is being held to decide on a $140 million expansion at the Fargo Dome. The polls have been open for about an hour now, open until 7 tonight. 3 places you can vote: the Fargo Dome, the Civic Center, and the Ramada Inn on 13th Avenue. Now, the project needs a 60% majority approval to win. Be sure to join us tonight for WDAY News. At 10, we will have the results, or what is in, and of course we'll cover it tomorrow morning as well to have reaction to the special election today. New this morning, U.S. Senator for North Dakota Kevin Cramer says he is now switching his endorsement to back former President Donald Trump. Cramer made that announcement on the same day that Governor Doug Burgum announced he was dropping out of the race for president. Cramer has been a longtime supporter of Trump. You can read more on what he had to say and what Trump had to say at inforum.com. Just click on this story. A committee organized to help the airport in Grand Forks grow is asking for some loyalty from the city's biggest employers and organizations. The Air Service Expansion Committee wants people to pledge to fly in and out of Grand Forks by signing a letter of commitment. This all comes because in the last decade there has been a 40% drop in boardings in Grand Forks. You can also read more on that story on GrandForksHerald.com. This morning, Republican and Democratic lawmakers are at odds over the Ukraine-Israel aid package. While Democrats are taking steps to bring the matter back to the floor this week, many GOP members say they're not going to budge unless a major domestic matter is included. The Senate is scheduled to close for the year in 2 weeks, so lawmakers are working against the clock. Okay, Hot Mike with Don Izzo coming up here 9 to 11 on WDAY Extra. The Bison men's basketball team picked up a big overtime win. Don will have a full recap of last night's thriller with San Jose State. And as we've been reporting all morning. Of course, that big vote on the Fargo Dome expansion, Dom is in on that as well. He's going to have someone from the Fargo Dome Authority on the show to talk about why that renovation is needed. So if you want to hear about that, once again, join Dom, 9 to 11 on WDAY Extra and Inform.com. And remember, now is a great time to get that Inform.com subscription, 99 cents a month for your first 3 months. Just go to Inform.com/subscribe to check it out. Okay, our next newscast coming up at 11. We'll have an updated check on our fog watch, so be sure to tune in for that. And then we have you covered this afternoon, 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10. And I'll be back tomorrow morning for more First News from 5 to 7. Have a great day, everyone.